Okay, so hi everyone guys, welcome back to my tutorials. In this video, we are going to discuss about the for loop, while loop and for each loop in Java programming. Okay, so why we are going to work with these looping statements, and so what's the difference between each looping statement like for loop, while loop and for each loop. So based on which requirement we are going to select the looping statement and work in our Java programs to develop an applications. So and all we will discuss you here. Okay. So the main definition is regarding looping statements. To execute the same statements multiple times, we are going to work with the looping statements. Okay. In order to create multiple statements and in order to create multiple values and variables. So just to create a single variable and work with that variable multiple times. Okay. If you have the requirements. So in such cases, we are going to looping statements. So just like these looping statements will reduce our work. Okay, so we need not to write the statements again and again if you have the requirement to print multiple times on the console screen. Yeah, like I will show you on the programs. So let me, before going to programs, yeah, sorry, let me explain you what is for loop and what is while loop and what is for each loop. So sweet and short, like so simple definition. Here, per loop, when we know the count value, for example, if you want to print 1 to 100 values, okay, we know the count. So we need to execute the same statement 100 times. So in such cases, we are going to work with for loop. Okay, so like here. So here we are going to execute this loop for 50 times from 50 to 100. So here I know the count. So I have chosen for loop here in my program. Yeah, and while loop. So when we do not know the count, so simply we can say just opposite to the for loop. So if you do not know how many times the particular number of statements needs to be executed, then simply you can choose while loop and keep in condition. Okay, until and unless the condition becomes false, the array will be executed. Okay, so I will show you when I explain you through the program. And for each loop, simply to work with an arrays. Okay, to execute and to traverse through an array, we are going to work with for each loop. So we are going to visit each and every index value. And if you want to print, we are going to print. And if you want to modify, we are going to modify. So to work with each and every index value in array, we are going to work with for each loop. That's all guys. Simply simple definitions and we can remember and we can play with. Yeah, come on. So whatever the program we are going to write, so we need to write in main method. Okay, like here, public static void main is the main method here. So Java program will not compile and run if you do not have the main method. So everything should be in class here. So my class name is main and this is the main method and for loop here. Okay, so to execute, we need to remove these comment lines. Yeah, guys, if you want comment lines tutorial, you can go to my YouTube channel and there you will get it. Okay, so comment lines are nothing but so just they do not execute. So if you keep comment lines, particular number of statements do not execute, and they so we are keeping comment lines when we do not need the particular code. So here I have kept the comment lines, just I'm removing to execute it. Okay, so here my requirement is to print the values from 50 to 100. Okay, so 100 also will be printed on the output screen because less than or equal to I have kept the condition here. And I plus plus. For every iteration, I value will be incremented. So how the for loop will be executed means, so initialization int I equal to 50. So I'm initializing I value with 50. And this is the condition. So after initialization, so condition will be checked here, 50 less than or equal to 100. The condition becomes true. So it will execute the following block of statements. So here I have kept only one statement. So if you have requirement to keep multiple lines, you can keep like even 100 lines, whatever it is. Okay. So you don't forget to keep these braces because so these braces are very important. So it will indicate the block of statements to be executed multiple times. Yeah. And for every iteration, I value will be incremented. So for the next iteration, I value will be 51 and 51 less than or equal to 100. So like that. So until and unless this condition becomes false, the I value will be printed on the output screen. Let me execute and analyze the output and enjoy the output. Yep. So here in this case, we are going to get values from 50 to 100. Yeah, sorry, Vengal, Tarun, Venkat, Mitlesh. Where do these guys and why these guys came on to the outputs? Yeah, so before that, I am working on this code. So I forgot to keep the comment lines. That's the reason. Sorry, guys. Don't worry. Yep. So let me keep comment lines here, man. So while you are working with the comment lines, you need to be very careful, guys. Otherwise, it will. stop some code to execute and it will start some code to execute. So these are start and stops. We need to be very careful, so that keep your comment lines carefully at the starting of the code and ending of the code. Okay. Yeah. So we'll meet you next time for each loop. Don't worry. And also you will be printed on the output screen. Yeah. So for now, let me execute and again show you the output only for the for loop. So otherwise you guys will confuse for each loop and for loop and all. Yeah. 50 to 100. So now my requirement is to print again my name also after each and every number. So that's it. So let me copy. When we need, as we have control C and control V, we need to work with them. Otherwise, they are not that much use. Yeah. So let me keep my name here, Vengalarao. So, and I want to print my college name also. Sorry. So let me type my college name, Northwest Missouri State University, where I'm pursuing my master's. Northwest Missouri. It's a good college. If you want to come, let's come on. Yeah. So now I'm going to print values from 50. Yeah, what's up? What happened? Bengalarao. Yeah, sorry guys. So double quotes are so important. Now hope that you understand what's the value of a single double quote. Okay. So everything will be having certain value and certain importance. So we need to give that value. And yeah, guys, 50, Vengalrao, Northwest Missouri, 51, 52, and like the same. So till the condition becomes false, my name along with a number will be printed on the output screen. Okay. Yeah, hope guys you got understood clearly about the for loop. For loop having the three statement, like three parts: initialization, condition, and modification. So and we are going to keep the block of statements here, and when we know the count, we are going to choose and we are going to work with this for loop. Okay. Yeah, guys. So let me keep the comment lines. We'll meet you next time for loop. And then again, we are going to work with while loop. Yeah. So this is the while loop. Yeah, while loop. Yeah, let me brief you the sweet and short description about the while loop. Yeah, while loop, when we do not know the count, simply we can say it's opposite to for loop. And if you do not know the number of iterations, and then you can simply or blindly you can choose while loop. So like, let me explain you this program and analyze the output and enjoy the output. Yeah, what's up? Control Z. We have control Z. We need to use it. When we press something, unfortunately, unexpectedly, unknowingly. Okay. Yeah. So here I'm going to work with the while loop and let me execute once so that for loop output will go and while loop output will come, so that showing you difference. Yeah, this is while loop. So guys, I do not know how many times this is while loop needs to be printed on the output screen. So in that case, I just mentioned this condition a less than or equal to 10. Until and unless this condition becomes false, this loop will be executed. For example, a is equal to 1. I have initialized a value with 1, a less than or equal to 10. The condition is true, 1 less than or equal to 10. We know even the first class children also will say 1 less than or equal to 10. It's true. Okay. So simply we can say we need to keep only the Boolean expression here. Okay. While loop will take only the Boolean expression. That means a condition. Okay. So if you keep something like, so for example, let me keep only a value and let me run the program. Yeah, it will give output in some cases. And yeah, so incompatible types, int cannot be converted to, yeah, see here guys, int cannot be converted to Boolean. So when we get the errors, try to read that errors, because errors are very important if you want to become a good programmer, good developer, good software developer, whatever it is. So we need to be very active and very, so and check the errors. So don't think that errors are not important. So they are very important. So while loop accept only the conditional Boolean expressions. Okay. So less than or equal to 10. I need to execute this statement, this loop until and unless this condition becomes false. So my requirement is to print this is while loop for the uh, so 1 less than or equal to 10. So like that, so it will check for 10 times, and when the a value is 11, so in that case, for example, 11 less than or equal to 10, so then the control will come out of the loop. Okay. So let me execute now. And for the every iteration, I am incrementing the this a value, a plus is equal to 1. Yeah, guys. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 times this is while loop is printed on the output screen. Yeah. So this is about the while loop, guys. If you want to keep the for example, let me keep here true and check whether this loop will, yes, while loop will accept the boolean value. Sorry, boolean expression. So it's also boolean expression value while of true. So let me see. So whether it will take infinite loop or otherwise. Yeah, guys, when you keep true, as we know, true is a boolean expression value. So it will execute continuously. So that I mean the infinite loop. Okay, for because while of true, so it for the every iteration it will check for the condition, it will be true. So the block of statements will be executed multiple times. That means infinite loop. So guys, so check for the condition, otherwise it will take infinite loop and it will continuously execute. Okay, so let me come back. A less than or equal to 10. So for the every iteration, I am going to increment the a value. So this is the shorthand notation. A plus is equal to 1. Simply instead of writing a is equal to a plus 1, we are keeping like this. Okay, shorthand notation. So always we need to go in a shortcuts, then only we reach our destination simply. Yeah, that's all, guys. So while you simply remember in such a way, like while when we do not know the count, when we have the condition and we have the boolean expression to check, so then we are going to simply select the while loop. That's all. Simple. Yeah. So and don't forget to keep the condition very carefully, otherwise it will take like this. So infinite loop. Okay, thank you, guys. Yeah, let me keep in comment lines. We'll meet you while loop next time when I am working in the programs. Don't worry, we'll come back. Yeah, so let me remove the braces, these comment lines for each loop. Yeah, hi, welcome back to this for each loop. Yeah, string name. So simply when we have the requirement to traverse through an array, we are going to use this for each loop. For example, so this is an array string names. As we know, if you want the array tutorial, I'm not gonna spend much time in the array tutorial now, because we are working with these for loops and while loops and for each loops. Okay, so we need to complete it as soon as possible. Yeah, so to work with for each loop, we must and should have an array. Okay, so here I have taken the array of Bengal, Tarun, Venkat, and Mithilesh. So these are my friends. That's why I have taken. Yep. Yeah. So this is the syntax. Okay, for is followed by type and variable name to iterate each and every block of statements, and names is the array name. Okay, so syntax is very important, guys. Just like in English, we have the grammar, parts of speech, noun, pronoun, and all. So we need to follow some set of rules and regulations while doing the programming. Otherwise, you will not become software developer. Yep. System.out.println I. So for the every iteration, I'm going to print I value. For example, in the first iteration, so I value will be in the index 0. So Bengal. So then I am going to print the Bengal. So next it will traverse from here to here. So Tarun will be printed on the output screen, Venkat and Midlesh, like that. So I'll always keep in mind that so array will array will be having index from 0 to n minus 1. If you mention 9, so like 8 will be the last index value. Okay, so like that here Bengal will be stored in 0th index and Tarun will be stored in first index and second index and third index, like that. Okay, so if you want to get the particular index value, you can keep like this. So names of 3. So here I have the requirement to get the Mithilesh value because he's my best friend. So system, I need to print his name twice on the console output screen. That's the reason. Cool. Yep. System.out.println names of 3, Mithilesh, will be coming back again. So after printing in the for loop, again I want to print outside the for loop. Yeah, let me run the program and analyze the output and play with the output and enjoy the output and have a good satisfaction that you learned something new today. Okay. Yeah. Bengal, Tarun, Venkat, Mithilesh. Again, Mithilesh. So let me print my name again because it's my name. Yep. Control C, Control V, as we have friends. Let me use those friends. Control C, Control V. Yeah, so I am in index 0. I am always be first, even in Q line, even in whatever it is. Okay. Yeah, let me run the program, analyze the output. Yeah, come on, Posh. Network is so slow. I can. It's not my problem. It's network problem. Yeah, Bengal, Tarun, Venkat, Mithilesh. Again, I need to print my name, Bengal. Yeah. So that's all, guys. So this is about the for each loop. If you want to traverse through an array, if you want to work with an array, so then at the time you are going to choose for each loop. So it's simple. Okay, it will be having type and variable name and array name. So don't forget to keep this colon because it's very important. So as I said, syntax is very important. Okay. So that's about the looping statements, guys. So looping statements make our work very easy. Okay, well, we are developing a lengthy code, and if you want to execute 100 lines of code 100 times, then simply you can keep in for loop. And if you do not know how many times it needs to be executed, then go with the while loop. And if you want to traverse through an array, then choose for each loop. Okay, like that. So based on our requirement, we are going to choose these loops. So, but loops will not choose us. Okay, we need to choose them. That's all. So that's all for today, guys. And if you want to follow my channel, if you want to subscribe my channel, click on the bell icon. Don't forget to subscribe. If you subscribe, then click on bell icon and come on, join in our network and enjoy all the tutorials. And we will be having live sessions every Sunday and enjoy. If you have doubts, you can ask me. That's all for today, guys. And in the next video, we're going to make with conditional statements. And have a nice day. Enjoy your remaining day. Bye bye. Yeah.